Right guys, so let's quickly get into this Darlington incident and why I've changed my mind with regards to going after them and suing them when they've dropped the charges against me. There's a lot of comments obviously saying, oh, I think you should carry on pressing charges, you shouldn't let them get away with it, etc, etc. But it was only two comments. I can't remember who it was who commented now and pointed it out, but they actually said something along the lines of, blimey, it's quite serious that. And they pointed out that what they'd arrested me on was section 58, and they said, blimey mate, they're proper going for the throat with that. They are after doing you some serious damage and ruining your life with that. And when I looked into it, I knew they were sort of different to section 43, but when I looked into it, yeah, it was 10 years imprisonment maximum for if they could find me guilty, if they could make it stick. So someone else had said the same thing, blimey, they're not messing about, they're not playing games, they're not just after inconveniencing you, they're actually after ruining your life and putting you away for a good amount of years. And that in itself sort of opened my eyes a bit, and I thought, blimey, it's not a bit of tit for tat, this is seriously serious what they're going for. They're really going for the jugular with section 58 and putting me under investigation and trying to see if they can get anything to stick with regards to that. So who knows, I could be going away for 10 years, it's mental. If they had their way then maybe that would be the case, but yeah, I'm being investigated at the moment with regards to having a big chunk of my life taken away from me. That's pretty mental the more you think about it. So that in itself is a reason why I've changed my mind, and I'm not, just going to say, oh well, I'm going to try and sue them for this and that. I'm going to do as much damage as I can in return, due to the fact, like I say, what they've done. It's a bit mental, that. So yes, as soon as they've dropped the ridiculous charges, I'm going to get in touch with Ian Gold and take it from there, because I think there's quite a few different things we could get them on with that. I don't need to point them out to most of you, you'll all be aware of where they've gone wrong. So also with regards to the audit that I just posted last, the one for Carlisle COVID-19 testing site and the other sites along the way, got a lot of people saying how I was too easy on them and too polite, etc. And I've just done another load down Clitheroe, Rochdale way, and I've been a bit more assertive and pushy with them, but at the same time a lot of them were alright with us. So I think we only got, say, 3 out of 3 that we got a bit of an altercation from. The rest of them were absolutely fine. The reason I have been so easygoing with them is, again, if they're asking me just to stop photographing, stop videoing, and they do it politely, and it's a request and not a demand, then I've got no issues with that. It's pretty simple. They're only doing the job and trying to deter people from doing it, which they're supposed to be doing. And they're not the sort of people that I'm after in these videos. I know some people do go after, regardless of whatever the outcome, that they'll push for an argument, etc. But it's not what I'm about. I don't want to be causing arguments and hassle for just normal people doing their jobs. My aim with these videos is to actually hunt the tyrants. I mean the proper tyrants, the proper douchebags. And in my eyes, them people are not fitting of that description whatsoever. So I'll leave them ones for someone else to come and do. The ones that you've said, I should have been a bit more pushy and stop peeing. There's nothing wrong with him, by the way. He always pees like this. He's just marking his territory. So thanks to everyone concerned who said he's got like bladder problems and stuff like that, but he's always done it. He's just a absolute pea pot. Yeah, so the ones that I have visited and got a pass, anyone else can go up there and redo them and push the pace and do it in their direction and be a bit more demanding with them. But for me, I'll just leave it as a simple pass if they're polite. Again, it's only the awkward, manipulative, dodgy ones that I'm going for that I'm going to give a hard time, not just the general security or NHS members doing the job. We've got to remember that when we initially started doing this movement, it was more about, finding the bullies and teaching them a lesson, finding the tyrants, sorting them out. So we've got to always remember that in chasing down these bullies and sorting them out, teaching them a lesson, that we don't cross the line and ourselves become the bully, which I think can often happen in a lot of these videos. So I don't ever want to be accused of being that sort of person, because it's just not me. I'd rather do it the polite way, and there's still plenty of douchebaggery out there to come across and deal with. So I'll leave the rest of it up to you guys to audit and do it your way if you want to go along them lines. So right, anyway, I'm going to check out and I will upload another video for you on Saturday. I think it'll be a speed camera van one. It's the one that I did in York, and that's quite an interesting turn of events there. If you watch that and keep an eye out and see what the guy in the camera van does, it's a bit of a giggle. So I'll leave that with you, and I'll check back in on Saturday and we'll do another video. Alright, Matt and Oscar checking out.